Good morning, folks, and welcome back to my podcast. This is George Nathaniel for you. As I always do, I come back with these very simple topics, simple subjects that relate to our lives, things that can make us stronger, things that can motivate us, and of course, build our focus towards better living. So, folks, my subject for today is going the mile. So, when I talk about going the mile, what are we exactly relating to? Going the mile is traveling over our efforts, traveling over our landmarks, building over our limitations, and of course, dreaming big and achieving bigger goals. So, folks, before we get to our topic, going the mile, let us relate to the current situation that we are in and let us set a mark, let us set a goal that will take us over this situation towards better times. Well, folks, relating to the subject going the mile, let me tell you the most simplest key. Each one of us needs to unlock our potential. So, when we are looking at going the mile, what we need to understand is when we unlock a potential by putting in the extra efforts, when we unlock a potential by giving it a longer wait, when we unlock our potential by building bigger focus on what we want to achieve, when we unlock our potential by understanding the platform that we want to get to, and when we unlock our potential, we need to prepare towards better times. So, folks, this is a very, very, very simple goal that we can think, dream, or actually build on towards going the mile. And the biggest example of this is when we look at winners. Winners are the one who set the marks by putting in the extra efforts. And each one of us out here is a winner. Each one of us out here has their own mark. So, folks, before we get to going the mile, let us spend those few moments for ourselves in understanding how we can better ourselves, better our goals, better our efforts, and of course, unlock our potential over our personal, professional, and of course, towards better well being. So, folks, as we spend those few precious moments with ourselves, let us understand that going the mile itself is moving one's mark. The moment we go the mile means we've gone over our previous mark. This is something that we need to appreciate. The next thing that we need to do is that we need to dream how we can go beyond that. We need to understand that we need to be very persistent with our efforts. Limitation is just a mindset. I keep saying that time and again. Limitation is only a mindset. So, as we talk about unlocking our potential, about going further down the mile, keep building on our dreams, and of course, most importantly, achieving higher landmarks. So, folks, as we relate to our own personal lives, let us understand how much more we can build on, how much potential can be unlocked, and how much further can we go the mile. Let us look at our professional lives. Let us relate how much efforts can result, how big or how bigger a platform we can build for ourselves? How much of opportunities can we take further? And most importantly, how further can we go? Next, folks, like I say, let us look at our contribution towards our well being, which is our own environment, our families, and everybody. Let us understand how we can go the mile out there with our efforts, how we can grow the mile out there with the kind of things that we do with our contribution. So folks, going the mile. As you see, going the mile, I'm always very generic with my topics. I'm very generic because people are in different situations. So, folks, going the mile. So, as we sit down and spend that few precious moments for ourselves, we will understand that going the mile is a continuous journey. Going the mile is the biggest dream. Going the mile takes us to build over opportunities in creating platforms. And we can only get there if we continue to pursue, if we continue to dream, and if we continue to build over our limitations. Folks, I'm being very, very generic because I know the efforts, situations, circumstances they vary from each one of us. Potential varies from each one of us. Dreams also vary from each one of us. But one thing I'll not be generic about, I'll be very specific, is each one of us needs to dream bigger. Each one of us has to contribute more to life. Each one of us can unlock the potential. Each one of us can take up the opportunity in creating bigger platforms. And each one of us can prepare towards better times ahead. So, folks, as I always come back with these simple topics, and as we relate to the topic for today, that is going the mile, let us understand our journey. Let us prepare over our journey. And let us understand the value over our contribution that we can make in lives. There are a lot of situations that we can relate to. There are a lot of opportunities that we can relate to. There are a lot of dreams that we can relate to. But what is most important is to unlock our potential and go the mile. So, folks, I hope you like listening to my podcast. Do visit my website, share your views, come and I'll be happy. Come to my website, put in the request, tell me what you want to listen about. I'll do the research, I'll come back. But I'll be very generic with the topics. Do visit my website at georgenathaniel.net. My podcast is available across all platforms. So, folks, I hope you like listening to my podcast. This is George Nathaniel for you. I wish you all a wonderful time ahead. Unlock your potential and keep going the mile. Thank you so much. This is George Nathaniel.